What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another update this week. Nothing too big, but I have been working a little bit more on the level generator for my Flutter Plane game. So stick around, we'll talk a little bit about it. All right, as I said, I haven't had a lot of time to do game dev stuff this past week because I've actually sort of been programming in a way. I've been building up a sort of calculator thing in Microsoft Excel using more complex formulas and things that I don't normally do. So I've been working with sort of ChatGPT to kind of program an Excel spreadsheet. And this is all to have to do with my other business, which is where I sell things. I'm basically a reseller in a sense, online retail, that sort of thing. And I have talked about that before. So before I get into what I want to talk about with my level editor, or it's not a level editor, it's level generator, basically procedural generation for my game, I just wanted to talk briefly about the struggle of being an independent game developer and just trying to financially support yourself. Now, many of you might have a full-time job or whatever, but I know the dream for most people is to eventually go full-time indie, and that can be difficult. And one thing that you can do is learn how to sell things online. And I do have a course for that, so I am going to sponsor my own video. So stick around. I will talk about the level generation that I've been working on this past week in my game right after this ad. Hey, are you looking to earn extra income from the comfort of your own home? Well, I've got the perfect solution for you. I'm Nick Coyer of The Endless Isle, and I created a Udemy course called From Side Hustle to Success. And this course teaches you exactly how to do that through online selling. I've been doing this for about 25 years now, and I'm ready to share my experience and secrets with you. This is not another get-rich-quick scheme. This does take work and effort on your part. So what's unique about my approach? Well, I'm going to teach you to start small with the most minimal investment possible on your part to lower risk, and then I'm going to teach you how to scale up from there when you're ready. I designed this course to be as quick and practical as possible so that you can get up and running fast. Click on the link in the description and that'll take you to my course From Side Hustle to Success, where you can start earning that extra income today. All right, thanks for sticking by. I hope that possibly interests some of you. It really is not as difficult to earn a little extra money every month through selling online. But enough about that. Let's get into taking a quick look at my game. Okay, so last time I think I talked about I created sort of, my levels, which I, have here. We've got level 1, we've got level 2, and level 3, and I think I just started talking about my level generator. This is essentially the level generator. I'm kind of picking a fixed amount, so it's that fixed amount right there. And what has changed since last time is I completely sort of overhauled how it works. In fact, let's pull up the code here. So now I'm basing everything on a distance, and before I was just doing spacing. I am still calculating the spacing, but as you can see, we have distance accumulated. I'm tracking that. I'm tracking the starting point where the first tree comes onto the scene. In fact, I had to create a little script here to get the first tree into the scene. This seems slightly redundant for me, but this is just what I had to do because all the other trees after it are based off of where the first tree would be, but I don't have anything that generates the first tree. I don't want to get too deeply into it, but it's the way it's coded currently. Maybe I'll further see if I can refine this, but honestly, this game doesn't need that much refining, so this works. So it generates a first tree right outside the screen, and then from that point, it starts taking distance accumulated. So instead of a for loop, I'm using a while loop, and while the distance accumulated is less than 2,500, which is a number that I just sort of figured out as the track length, essentially. it will do a randomly spaced tree between 50 and 200 pixels basically of spacing, and it does random scaling like it did before. And that's, I think, oh, and then at the very end it places a landing pad which essentially ends the level. So what I'm hoping to do, which I haven't quite programmed into this yet, is I want to be able to select sort of a difficulty level for this game, and based on the difficulty level, the level will be the same length, distance. I could tweak that as well. I could make easier levels a little shorter or whatever, but essentially the harder difficulty, the smaller the spacing of trees is. So it's like almost like you're constantly having to navigate through trees, which again, let's just take a look at how this plays out in the game. So the first tree is always spawned right there at the same spot. And oh man, it's so hard to play this while also talking. But there, that one spawned close. This one is more distant. So it's random every time. Every time you die, it's also resetting. And I'm trying to figure out if that's a good thing or not. Do I randomly reset it every single time you die, or should I try to save this placement until you decide you want it to be reset? So I don't know what to do about that exactly. Ooh, okay. Like so far, look, there we got to the end. I can see the landing pad and boom. Nice. I actually did it. So for me, this sounds like it seems like it's getting easier for me to play through this game sometimes, but I sort of think like, I don't know, other people trying it seem like it's really difficult. So maybe I'm just used to it. That's the hard part about being a game developer, is like knowing when your game is too difficult or not, because you kind of know all the game mechanics and how it works. I can still make it difficult even for me, but I also know exactly how it works. So I should definitely have some more play testing at some point, but that's how it plays out in practice. It hits that distance accumulated, which probably takes about 40 seconds. Landing pad comes in and you try to land on the landing pad. If you do, you complete the level. So it's pretty simple. If you go past the landing pad, I have to program something for that because I don't want you to just be able to keep going. So I'll probably just say like you failed or whatever if you couldn't land on the landing pad, which you should be able to. It's pretty easy. It's pretty big. But that's it. That's kind of all I was able to work on this week because, like I said, I had been working on this calculator for myself for my other business, and it's a little complicated to talk about here. But like I said, if you guys are at all interested in learning how to make additional income, definitely consider taking my course. If you've never considered selling online, my course will tell you how to do it, and it'll tell you how to do it for almost very little like money to start with, as long as you kind of keep some shipping supplies and things. Like maybe if you get some stuff from Amazon or wherever you order things from, keep your shipping boxes and things like that. But some of that stuff is already explained in my course. So it's a really short course. It's only like an hour long or less. But I do think it will allow you to learn how to sort of change your life in some ways. It creates a new skill for you on how to be able to earn money. Anyways, I don't want to push it too hard. As far as game dev goes, I really want to try and get this game completed. So I want to see if I can devote as much time as I can this week to really trying to get close to wrapping this up. And we'll see how that goes. But I keep having all these different ideas, and I just think I just need to wrap this game up. This isn't like some big, huge game that I'm trying to make and become awesome. I don't want to keep adding a ton of different features into it or anything. So as much as I would like to tweak a few things, I think I'm going to just try to work to kind of bundle this up into something I can release so that I can have you guys all start trying it out yourself and playing it. But I also want to move on to my next project, if possible, sooner than later. I don't even know what that is yet, but I'll take a look at the list of games to try and replicate and see what I want to do, see what kind of game I want to replicate. But that's it for this week, I think. Make sure to like and subscribe. That really helps the channel. And leave a comment, tell me what you're doing in game dev. I've had a few of you people share on occasion what you guys are doing. I'd love to hear what you're doing. If you have any videos up, let me know and I'll maybe try to check out what you're working on. But until next time, keep YouTubing it up.
Thanks for checking out Neon Dream Games channel. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell button so you can stay up to date on all the latest videos we have to offer. Don't forget to leave a comment to suggest what kind of videos you'd like to see more of in the future. See you in the next video.